All right, so up until this point, we factored using two methods. First method is? Good, GCF. Second method is? Excellent, difference of two squares. So everything so far has looked something like that we factored x squared minus, I don't know, y squared, right? Something like that?
Why does it say dx?
Hold on.
Oh, wait, no, I get it.
Okay, so now we're going to be factoring trinomials. What does trinomial mean? Three. So there's three terms in here. X squared, bx, and remember b just stands for a number. There's going to be a number there. And plus c. C also stands for a number. Okay, this is just what we call standard form. Okay, so we're going to now end up factoring trinomial. So there's three terms here that we have to worry about. And a trinomial always looks like something with x squared plus something with an x plus a number. Okay? So when we're factoring a trinomial,
It's like the box.
when we are factoring a trinomial, let's look at this one. Okay, how would I solve this?
You do
Box or
foil.
or foil, right? I'm going to use foil because I don't have a lot of space. X times x gives me
2x.
x squared. X times negative 3. Negative 3x. Positive 2 times x. Positive 2x. And positive 2 times negative 3. Good, negative 6. Okay, and then I can do what?
Factor.
No. Combine like terms.
Wait, what? Oh.
So my answer would be x squared, negative 3x plus 2.
Or minus 1x.
Minus x minus 6, right? This is stuff we already know how to do, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. For factoring, you are going to be given a problem that looks like this, and you're going to have to factor it so it looks like this. So we're going to do backwards of what we just did, but let's look at this problem really quick. Do you notice anything about the trinomial and the two factors? Look at it. Do you notice anything?
Oh, and it has a plus and a minus, like.
Okay. Look at negative 6. What's positive 2 times negative 3?
Negative 6.
Ta-da! Negative 6. Okay. Look at this middle term. What's the coefficient for negative x? Negative 1, right? What's negative 3 plus 2?
Negative 1.
Negative 1. So do you think we can use that information to help us factor? Yes, we can.
Set up a box.
We're going to use what's called the diamond method. Okay? Step 1 of the diamond method. First thing we're going to do is we're going to set up the diamond with C at the top. Remember, C is the last number, so in the example we just did, C would be negative 6. And B at the bottom. In the one we just did, B would be negative 1. So we're going to set up a diamond, and I'm going to show you what it all looks like. Okay? So we have C at the top, that last number, and B at the bottom, the coefficient of x. Then what we want to do is we want to list the factors of C. So what numbers multiply to give me C? So we're going to list everything that multiplies and will give you C. Okay? Step 3, we want to determine which factors of C, so of everything that multiplies to that last number, which one of them add up to the middle number. So remember how in the example we just did, 2 times negative 3 gives me negative 6. Positive 2 minus 3 gives me negative 1. So we're looking for what two numbers multiply to this last number and add up to the middle number. It's always going to work that way. Those are going to go at the sides of your diamond. And then we will be able to write the trinomial as a product of two binomials. And we're going to do an example. We're going to do lots of examples. Okay? 1. And I already have the diamond set up. So example 1. X squared plus 7x plus 10. The first thing I always want to ask myself, no matter what, is there a GCF? Look at this problem. Is there a GCF?
Yes. What's the problem?
Is there? No, there's no GCF in here. There's nothing in common between all three terms. Well, x squared has an x, and 7x has an x, but does 10 have an x? No, so that's not the GCF. It has to be all three.
How do you know which number goes at the top and which number?
Okay. So there's no GCF. It's obviously not a difference of two squares, right? Okay, so we are going to go to diamond method for our method to use this. So the first thing we do is we draw our diamond. Okay, how do I know what goes at the top? What did our steps say? Which term goes at the top? C. What's C? C is the last term. So this is our C here. So C goes at the top. According to our steps, what goes at the bottom? B, right? B goes at the bottom of the diamond. What is B?
Doesn't you have a problem like that? It's very soft.
B is the number that's in front of the X. Positive 7 here. So positive 7 goes into the bottom. Okay, so what is... Yes.
Like, is it A squared then?
Okay.
Like the very top, like how you do it?
A squared plus bx plus c.
Yeah.
Okay, but the A, B, and C all stand for numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where B and C comes from. Okay, good question. Yes.
So it's always like, let's say there was an A or something at the end of the equation, that would go at the top? Okay, so it's always at the end of the equation.
Yeah, it's the number that has no x's attached to it. That's the top.
Oh, so it has to be...
It has to be just a number by itself.
But it's like the last number.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so then step 2 says we want to list all factors of C. So what are the factors of C? I always start at 1. So just off to the side, I'm going to list factors of 10. Okay, so I always start with 1. 1 times what gives me positive 10? Good, 1 times 10. 2, then I go down the list. So the next one is 2. 2 times what gives me positive 10? 2 and 5. Does 3 go into 10?
No.
No. Does 4? No. Does 5? Yeah, but we already listed it, right? Okay, so we're done. So which two of these adds up to give me 7? 2 and 5. So we're going to take 2 and 5. These are the winners. And we're going to put 1 here and 1 here.
So don't even go.
So now that I know what my two factors are, 2 and 5, what do I do with them? I want to factor it out. So x squared plus 7x plus 10 factors out to what? I write my two parentheses, and I fill in my x's. I know those are always going to be x. And then what were my two factors? Positive 2, so x plus 2 is 1, and positive 5, so x plus 5 is the second factor. And this is my answer.
X plus 2. Yeah, I get it. That's actually...
Yeah, so Jared asked, what if I wrote x plus 5 times x plus 2? It's the same thing. Doesn't matter the order. Okay? How can I check this? Let's check this answer.
Plug in?
Plug what in? I have nothing to plug in, so how would I check? Foil or box. So let's check it. X plus 2 times x plus 5. On these types of problems, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to always check. Okay, if you take a test or a quiz and you do not check by foiling or using the box, I'm not even going to grade the question. I want you to check. So let's foil it out. X times x gives me x squared. X times positive 5 plus 5x. Positive 2 times x plus 2x. And 2 times 5 plus 10. I combine like terms, so I get x squared plus 7x plus 10. Is that where I started? That's my original problem, right? So I factored correctly. You must always check your answer. Example 2. R squared plus 4, oops, that's supposed to be an R, plus 4R plus 3. Your instructions are to factor. First thing I am looking for is a GCF. Look at this problem.
Is that for Y?
It's an R. Is there a yeah, 4R. I had accidentally written X. Is there a GCF in here?
No.
No. Is it a difference of 2 squares?
Yeah.
No.
No. So we're going to use diamond method. So let's make our diamond.
I don't get why that's done.
Well, it's not, there's no GCF, right?
No, but like it's a net. It's just double it.
Oh, it's a diamond.
How come it's called diamond?
Okay, so what number goes at the top?
3.
3, and it's a positive 3, right? Remember, the sign makes a difference. This is a positive 3. What goes at the bottom?
4.
Positive 4. So we're going to put 4 at the bottom. Okay, factors of 3 are what?
1 and 3.
1 and 3, and they're the only ones, right?
So you put 1 on the side and 3 on the
So we put 1 on the side and 3 on the other. Let's double check. What's 1 plus 3?
4.
4. Okay, so it does work, right? Don't just automatically put numbers in there, because what if they don't add up to the bottom?
Then you can't do it.
Then you can't do it. A 1 and a 3. 1 times 3 gives me 3. 1 plus 3 gives me 4. Okay, so how does this factor?
R.
Oops, R.
R.
R plus 1 times R plus 3.
So that's the answer.
And that's your answer.
I'm smart. I get this.
Let's check it. Okay, let's check it.
Stop.
R plus 1 times R plus 3. We're going to foil. R times R gives me
R squared.
R squared. R times 3 gives me
3R.
plus 3R. 1 times R plus 1R. And 1 times 3 plus 3. We combine like terms, and we get R squared. 3R plus 1R? 4R plus 3. Is that what we started with? Yep. So we did it correctly. Step 1. Is there a GCF? No. Step 2. Is it a difference of 2 squares?
No.
No. So what method are we going to use?
Diamond.
Diamond. So we're